Wait, what is happening? Hello lovelies, I'm C and welcome back to another episode of Naruto Shippuden, and I do believe we've probably gotten close to the end of Itachi's tales. Just because I don't know what else they could really go in depth with that would take another couple episodes after this, but I'm okay with being wrong. I enjoy Itachi's story and getting to know his character a lot more. But yeah, we'll see. And let's just get straight into these next episodes. Yes, I remember this. No comment. I wonder why he was working against the government there. See, that's something I really have to give to this series. They make all of the characters so interesting in terms of you pick them up at certain points of their story that it really makes you want to know more about them and their backstory. If only he knew Sasuke was coming. It's so funny, literally everyone that fights Itachi and loses and survives, besides Kakashi, has this obsession with him. Yeah, bad memories. Damn! He was hoping it'd be Itachi, but Itachi already told him no. Quick to anger. Yeah, his ex-partner went rogue. What? Yo. I can't. I can't. Ain't nobody letting this man rest. Ain't nobody letting this man rest. Ooh. Wrong place at the wrong time. Wow. This is what happens when you spend too much time with people. They start knowing all your secrets. Ooh. But he comes back. Yeah. Yeah, he's got to seal it. It's gonna come back together. Yeah. None of them know any seals. That is a terrifying thing to hear from somebody. Bro, he's told you no. No means no, Orochimaru. God damn. Poor Itachi. Man's just trying to take his body no matter what. Consent. Oh my god. I would run. Because at that point, I don't want to be anywhere near Orochimaru. Oh. Oh, fight your maker. Find peace, man. See, it's like the soul was stronger than the body. And the soul was tired and ready to go. Been through enough shit. Damn. He feels like such a teenager. Exactly. Oh. Itachi. Kisame. I love saying his name. Kisame. Oh, and then they recruit him. Yep. That was a quick find. He's like, are you guys in some kind of group? An orchestra? The fact that they fought each other and then became partners is actually kind of hilarious. My man says, ouch. That tickles. Good. This is when a terrifying partnership was made. You're gonna have to do it a few times. He won't die with one. Yo, the face! I forgot how terrifying it was. Fucking freaking terrifying. Yeah, there goes one. Yeah, he's always been very analytical. It does not. You know what I realized? Itachi feels like if Shikamaru and Sasuke were one person. He's perfect for him. But now they're like back and forth. It makes more sense knowing that they tried to kill each other when they first met. They gotta get boots going in these villages, cause snow and sandals is not a good mix. Wow, I was about to say so beautiful. Destruction. At least they didn't destroy the trees, but god damn. Man said that quick. Yeah, all of these scenes make so much more sense once you know the backstory leading up to it. Yeah, he wasn't worried about the village, he was worried about Sasuke. Aww. Damn. Oh my god, and the dessert he likes. I love it. I see our resemblance. I mean, yeah, no shit. 'It's so interesting to see it from Itachi's point of view. Because when I watched it originally, obviously, all I could do was question what was going on. Damn. 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 The only thing he still cares about. But he can't show that care.
サスケを殺してでもサスケと木の葉を天秤に木の葉を守るそんでもってサスケも子供だなお前の話は絵空事ばかりだ忍びは時に厳しい選択を迫られること
Yeah. Yeah, that's the old way. Naruto showing a different way, a different path that none of them chose.
その車輪がお前はどこまで見えている俺のこの目に見えているのはイタチあんたの
Like the snapshots, it's crazy. Knowing that he did all of this for Sasuke. Like if Danzo hadn't promised to keep his brother alive, he wouldn't have gone through with it. At least I don't think. I don't think he could have killed Sasuke. But that could just be me. The face. It's sad, but it's also like, you know, he's finally free.
輪廻眼の剣術は輪廻眼で処理できる。おそらくな。サスケの左目が必要ということ。あとはお前たちを処理するだけだ。世界の救世主たる俺が。
A man called himself the savior of the world. Oh, the ego. I mean, it's warranted, but still. Man has earned his ego, but at the same time.
気をつけろ。奴の影4体に四方囲まれてる。お前らには何もさせん。今この世の因果を断ち切ったのだ。人々から苦しみ、痛み、虚しさを切り離したんだ。
Yeah. I mean, is it real happiness if it's fake? Yeah.
忍びの世界を変えようとした。二人で忍びの里を作った。腹の奥、腹渡まで見せ合うことはできない。恐れ、疑、憎むことは決してやまない。俺の主張は退けられた。忍びの世界は。の戦いは止まらぬ。止まらぬどころか、里を作ったことによって軍事力は高まり、戦いは大戦と呼ばれる規模に膨れ上がり、死傷者の数は第二次任海大戦、第三次任海大戦、戦いはやんだ。それが柱間の作った忍び世界。
Yeah, although I will take credit for this one. Come on. Yeah, everyone should have just willingly become your puppet. I know. Sounds pretty selfish to think that your way is the only way. Oh. Wait, what? What? Wait, plot twist? What? Wait, what? Wait, what is happening? What? He's like AI? How did... Yo, what? How was Black Zetsu?
なんだ
What?
チャクラを
Yo, this is so messed up.
なんだってばよこいつすんげえチャクラだあたりのマダラの影が全て消えた何かあるぞ
Oh, that's just awesome. That's just awesome.
チャクラだ
Wow. So took everybody's chakra. Wow.
切れたチャクラを
Yep.
どんどん吸収してるのだ
Yep. Siphoned off everybody.
どこからこんな濃いいっぱいのチャクラが無限月夜に捕まってる奴らのものだろう
See? This is what happens when you try to take over the world.
これ中火どころじゃねえぞチャクラ動く前に止める
Yo, how the hell are you supposed to face this?
もう今この場でチャクラを吸収し
Oh my god.
考えなしなら無意味になる
Okay, come on, Kakashi. Think. Use that brain, man. Where's Shikamaru when you need his ass? I know he's stuck.
安心しろ皆を殺したりはし
Yeah, it's just the chakra.
かぐやはこの無限つくよみを人々に生かしたまま保存
Wait, this happened before?
かぐやの兵として生産するために
Wow.
イタチよりは鈍いようだなただの人間が戦闘で使えるか
Wow.
色絶にするのだかつての無限つくよみにかかった者どもの慣れの果ての姿それが白絶をかけて変化させる
Oh my god. Yo. Yo. Are you kidding me right now?
内派にお前のその根拠は何だ陸道仙人が石碑にそう書き記した書いてあった
No good deed goes unpunished.
だらよ俺はお前などよりはるか昔
Yo.
羽衣の残した石碑を見つけ修正する時間は
Oh my god, you've been played, bro.
無限つくよには平和の夢を与える術ではない個々の持つチャクラを集め膨大な量に高める術だ
You know what? I can't even, like, it's his comeuppance at the same time, but, like,
動いていたのだ俺のいやかぐやの意志
he got played, man. He got played. They used his feelings against him, too.
が帯とも
Exactly.
して使った
He was also a pawn. Wow. Okay, that is not looking good.
吸収しすぎたチャクラこのままじゃ砕け散る
なぜだなぜこんな柱が俺は
Yeah, see? It was almost like it was pushing the Uchiha to darkness, man. Damn. Damn. So Black Zetsu was the main villain all this time. I'm not even using Kaguya because she wasn't, like, she was the planned villain to come. But working behind the scenes this entire time. was the Black Zetsu. I I did not expect to have it end like that. I was expecting it to be like maybe like an end to Itachi's story, and then, we get back to the current storyline after the last episode. Oh shit. Um to think that the entire time it was Black Zetsu who was the true mastermind behind all of this. Sometimes I barely remembered he was in the series still. Like, it's insane. It's insane to think that he had manipulated this entire thing. I'm genuinely in awe. Because it's like every time you think you know who's responsible, it goes that much further. And I kind of love it. I kind of love it. Like at first you think, okay, it's Pain. And then you find out it's Toby. And then you think Toby is Madara. And then you find out that, Toby is not Madara, he's Obito. But Madara does come back, and it's shown that Madara was manipulating Obito. And then you're like, okay, so Madara is the genius behind all of this. And then you find out that Black Zetsu, who's the only other person from the Akatsuki that has survived, is actually the one who's manipulated Madara. Brilliant, because it you would think, okay, this doesn't make sense. It makes sense. It genuinely makes sense, because Kaguya is actually the main person who is brought who is, I guess, the mother of chakra for all these shinobi, and her son was the one that had the Sharingan. So, or like gave his sons, or gave his son. Did he also have the Sharingan, or was it just his son? Either way, she was the birth of the Sharingan. So to know about the tablet and then manipulate it, it's so perfect because it's true. Like, history it's written by the winners, and the ones who understand the past are able to shape the future. And Black Zetsu knew. He knew the past well enough to manipulate the future. I'm in awe. I'm actually in awe, because I never ever at any point expected this to be the result. Black Zetsu. And to know the white Zetsus were from the, like, this happened before. Oh my god, like, everything was just, I as soon as he said the last time this happened, I was like, wait, stop. This happened in the past. And the fact that it is not known by anybody. Oh my gosh. This is why history is so important. Because when certain things are not in your history, you have no idea what if that thing will happen again. The history books after this are gonna be wild. Like, the Leaf Village is gonna be detailed as hell in its history after this. I really want to talk about Itachi, but it's just like mind blown. Mind blown. You don't understand how shocking this actually is to me. I'm telling you, like, even from any point in this series, any point, I'm talking even Naruto, or like OG Naruto, at no point in this series would I have said Black Zetsu is a mastermind. I, I, I actually feel crazy thinking that this entire time he was like a joke. That was so malleable, he was just able to survive. And this Madara thought he had created him. And I'm thinking, okay, maybe this is an AI situation where you made it and then it just decided it didn't want to follow your shit. But he was created before Madara, yet somehow Madara was able to think he created him. I just. The level of planning and deception and like patience to get to the point that they're at now. I am I am so impressed. I'm so impressed. I don't I don't like I wanted I very much enjoyed Itachi's story. I enjoyed learning more. I enjoyed getting more of his backstory and understanding that, Sasuke was his driving motivator. And he realized, I guess unintentionally, that life and death are a cycle, but that love is the motivator for life, because he lived his life trying to get Sasuke to a point that he could protect himself. And once he thought that he was at that point, he gave him what he could of his own jutsus and helped Sasuke awaken his own. Like it's so sad and beautiful all at once that he did all of this for Sasuke, but it's sad to know that there could have been a better way, but based off of the way the shinobi behave, he did not see what that was. He wasn't accustomed to peace. He was accustomed to war and fighting. And it's the same thing that Madara said, which, some of the things I can argue in his ideologies, but the way he views the continuous cycle of war has factual evidence in that society where it happens all the time. It is a cycle. The first war, the second, the third, and he even says, I guess I created the fourth, but it's all a cycle where you either watch it and or you come around and you become the reason for the next one. So I understand where he's coming from, but I think the thing that he lost is, instead of fighting for what he believed in a more realistic way, I guess it's not really the word I'm looking for, but I guess it kind of works. In a more like, okay, I'll just keep using realistic way. He could have brought negotiations, because as much as he backed away from the village based off the lie he had written in the tablets, Black Zetsu, who the hell? Okay, I'm gonna move on. But if he had actually taken the time to really work with Hashirama and make clear the worries and the fears and the anxieties that he felt and noticed in others, Hashirama would have listened to him. He would have tried to find ways to, build a bridge between the two groups, as opposed to, ignore Madara's feelings, because he really did feel like his brother. And it's sad that, even Madara says that you can't be open about your feelings. You can't express yourself. And that is only true because he thought he could not do it. But if he had done it, what would have changed? You know what I mean? Like I said it in the previous one, but I do think both of them should have worked together as Hokage to bring a collective front that the village has two groups, but both of them are heard and seen as leaders of this new village. Um, and I think that, you know, Madara feeling like Hashirama was listening to him would have done the same um, in in exchange. But it's just, it's again, hindsight is 2020, and they did not have it at the time, so they did not know how to maneuver this new situation that they were in. But again, it's the communication that just seems to be lost in this entire thing, where so many situations you think, you know, try diplomacy, but and yeah, but the thing is, Madara is right. Like, greed and power is very synonymous with humanity. And I don't think it's much different with shinobis. If anything, it's worse because they have a lot more power to gain, which is why they all go after the tails, like, in general. But you have to find ways to give peace in reality, because the sad truth is people need some level of struggle in life to feel like they're alive. And I know that probably sounds weird, but if you just live every day with everything easily being handed to you, you don't really feel like you've got much purpose or like fulfillment. At least I find. This might not be true, but I do think that having a little bit of struggle in some way does make you feel like you're working towards something. So just having a life full of, you know, all of your fantasies and your dreams come true, it doesn't really feel like actual happiness, because it's just not real. Like, if you worked really, really hard your entire life to achieve something and you achieved it, you feel like, you know, you put the effort in, you got it, and there's like a level of actual accomplishment and happiness you feel when you achieve it. As opposed to just like waking up, someone calls you and says you've achieved it, you didn't do shit. You'd be like, oh great, awesome, like you're happy, but it's not like a real happiness. So to just give people this idea of happiness, it's not real. And that's why, again, I side with Naruto, where I'm like, it's all fake. Like, it's a fabrication of what you perceive someone's dreams are, because what you're giving them is like a moment of happiness. I don't know what word I was trying to create, but it wasn't a real word. But yeah, you're giving them like a moment of happiness that doesn't sustain them long term. It just numbs them in the moment. So that's kind of why I'm against this whole cocoon dream world thing. It's not even because it's necessarily fake. It's just there's no actual happiness in it. It's false happiness, and that's worse than happiness. But that's just my opinion. But yeah, again, I'm loved Itachi. I'm sad to see him go, to be honest. I wish his story could have been different. I think he was extremely promising. It's just, again, when you are so experienced in seeing the negatives in people and in life, it's hard to see the positives that, you know, can also be there as well. But he was put in a rock in a hard place, and I don't begrudge his teenage self for having to make these kinds of decisions, because I don't know about anybody else, but I was not a very intelligent teenager with the maturity to make any of the decisions he made and be able to live with that. So, yeah. But yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed my very long end ramble. Black Zetsu, man. Black Zetsu. Who the hell would have guessed? But yeah, thank you to everyone on Patreon for your continued support. And I will see all of you in the next episodes of Naruto Shippuden. Bye.